Okay, good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
Morning,
Good morning,
sir.
sir. Able to see the slides? Okay. Just tell me, there are certain people without name. Okay. Honor 8 Pro,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Osis. So kindly change your name just.
Sir,
Okay.
sir, I don't know how
In
to
your
change, sir.
participant in the part. How to change it?
Sir, if you don't mind, you can take the attendance, no, sir, so that we can join.
Attendance.
Sir, take the attendance. We are disconnecting and connecting, sir. Someone else are being the host and someone else are coming.
Yes,
No,
sir.
no, I am the host, and don't worry about that. I will take the snapshot. 31 people have, 29 people have joined actually. Okay. I will take it in between, not now. Okay. Just focus here for now. I have already given this question yesterday, and if you have solved it, we already discussed this question yesterday. We have been talking about Norton's theorem. So we have solved one problem. I think this problem we have already solved of Norton theorem. And further, this was already discussed. I hope this question is clear to all of you. If you have some doubts, you can ask. Sound किसको नहीं आ रही है? आवाज आ रही है सबको? नहीं आ रही है?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
अच्छा. Okay. So after that, we can take one more problem on Norton theorem. A voltage source of 120 volt is there. You can see. And yes, those who are joining with some other name, they can type their names on chat box. Okay. So that I can identify that who is this person. Okay, so in this one, first thing is to find the Norton's resistance. For that, the voltage source will be shorted. As you all know, voltage source will be shorted. Okay, like this, and the current source will be open. So current source will be open, will be removed. Okay, so the circuit is going to be somewhat like this. I can redraw it here. It will be 20 ohm, 40 ohm. This one is 12, and this is shorted. So this is going to be the circuit. So now you can see 20 and 40 are in series. So it will make 60, and 60 and 12 then are in parallel. So that will make how much you can find it. So here you can see in the slide 20 and 40 are in series, 12 in parallel. So that will make 12 and 60 in parallel. That will make 10 ohm. So Rn or Rth, whatever you call it, Rn is going to be 10 ohm. Just a numerical or just a another problem just to make you understand the Norton's theorem. Okay. So once you have this thing, that is fine. After that, we need to find the current, IN. Okay. So for current, what you need to do is you have to short circuit these terminals. So A and B will be shorted. Rest of the things will remain same. Rest of the circuit will remain same. And the main thing is that you short this terminal A and B. So the terminals A and B will be shorted. And here you need to find this current IN, which is showing like this. As the terminals are shorted, this 12 ohm resistance is useless. as the terminals are shorted, this 12 ohm resistance will not be of any will not be playing any role, because current always follows a low resistance path. So current will flow like this, and it will not go in the 12 ohm resistor. So you can remove it. So if you remove it, you will be having the case like this here in the next diagram. The important thing is that now how to solve this. For that you can use any method, but here we are using source transformation, which is easy one. Okay, this 2 ampere current source and 40 ohm resistance are in parallel. So this thing can be connected into series like this. Plus minus, because here it is plus, the arrow is like this. Okay, so this will be plus, this will be minus. That's why we have plus minus 80 volt. 40 into 2 will be 80 I into R, and the 40 ohm resistor will come into parallel, and rest all is same. Now we can easily
Sir, not audible.
Sir, we are not reaching your voice. We can't hear you, sir.
आ रही है आवाज सबको?
सर अभी आ रहा है।
हाँ सर, अभी आ रहा है।
तो कहाँ तक नहीं आया ये बताओ।
सर बीच बीच में डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाता है सर।
हाँ
हाँ
थर्ड डायग्राम फिर से समझा दो सर।
चलो, अब आ रही है ना आवाज? ठीक है। सो after calculating Rn, we are calculating In. For this we have converted this voltage, this current source and resistance into a voltage source and resistance. Now in this circuit I can apply KVL. So if I write KVL, I will start from here, this terminal minus 120. Now if I go like this, it will be plus 80. So I am writing it plus 80. After that 60 In. So 20 plus 60, 20 plus 40, 20 plus 40 will be 60. 60 into current is In. So I am having this KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law, which gives me In as 666.7 milliampere. From this equation I am getting In as 666.7 milliampere. Okay. Okay, so any doubts in this Rn and In? If you are not having doubt, we can move forward. So after this we are having next question. So in this question, now we are able to get the current source, that's value is 666.7 milliampere, and the resistance in parallel and along with that I have these terminals A, B. So the circuit has been reduced to this. Rn I have already found, this is 10 and this is 666, whatever it is. Okay, so this is the Norton's equivalent circuit, Norton's equivalent circuit. And if you want to find current here, any current in the load resistance RL, if you want to find the current, you can always apply current division rule. Current division rule can be applied to find this current. Okay, so this current will be divided into two parts. This you already know, so I can find this current. So this is the Norton's equivalent circuit for this question. Okay, next we will take one more problem which is having dependent source. So now see carefully the case of dependent source. We have already talked about this. For dependent source, the main thing is we will not touch this dependent source. Dependent source, we cannot do anything with this. Okay, so for finding Rn, what we will do is we will connect a current source. We will connect a current source here, or maybe voltage source also, anything. Okay, current source here, and this voltage source will be shorted. Voltage source will be shorted. Rest of the things will remain same. You cannot do anything with this. Okay, and you have to connect a current source here in these terminals. So it is going to be like this. Current source or voltage source, they have connected a voltage source. Whatever you want, you can do. Either you connect a current source or you connect a voltage source, no problem at all. In this circuit, they have connected a voltage source. Handling voltage source is better as compared to current source. So Rn will be voltage by that current, voltage by current. Current you need to find, I naught you need to find. If you are able to find I naught, V naught you already know, 1 volt. We have discussed this in Thevenin theorem also. So V naught you already know, 1 volt. I naught I can find by doing the analysis. If I am able to do this, I can find Rn. Rn will be V naught by I naught. Now see carefully how I am finding it. I have connected 1 volt source. After that, the voltage source has been shorted. You can see in the previous slide there was a voltage source here. Okay, so voltage source has been shorted here. If you short this voltage source, definitely 4 ohm resistance will of no not any use. This resistance is of no use because it has been shorted like this. So all the current will flow from here, not from here. All the current will flow from here. The problem now, the thing is, Ix is flowing in 4 ohm. Ix current is flowing in 4 ohm, but Ix is not there because 4 ohm is not there. In this circuit, if you see, this current 2Ix is there. Current source is 2Ix, means it is current dependent current source, and its current is Ix. Ix is flowing in 4 ohm resistor. Ix is flowing in 4 ohm resistor, but once you short these terminals, 10 volt source is shorted, then 4 ohm resistor is of no use. As 4 ohm resistor is of no use, Ix current is now not there. Ix becomes 0. Ix becomes 0 because no current is going to flow in 4 ohm resistor. No current will flow in 4 ohm resistor because all the current will flow from here. It means Ix will be 0. If Ix is 0, it means this is also 0. If Ix is 0, then this current is also 0. 2 into Ix, 2 into 0. So this is also 0. So I can remove this one also. Try to see the logic. किसी को दिक्कत है बता सकता है. Any doubts you can ask. Nokia 6.1 plus कौन है ये?
Sir.
जो those who are not those who have not joined it with their name, they should type their name in the chat box, please. So now you can see, because Ix is going to be 0, I can remove this one. This is already removed. So now I am left with this circuit only. I am left with this much only. And in this one, I need to find the current I naught. So I naught will be easily 1 volt by 5. The voltage is 1, resistance is 5 only. This portion is there only. No other thing is there. This portion only. Okay. So 1 volt divided by 5 is going to be the current, and that is here 0.2 ampere. So I naught is 0.2. Now if all these things are written here, whatever I discussed, all these things are written here, you can read. Okay. So I naught is 0.2. So Rn will be V naught by I naught. V naught is the voltage which I connected 1 volt, and I naught is 0.2. So Rn will be 5 ohm. So the Norton's resistance Rn or RTH, whatever you call it, is 5 ohm. किसी को doubt है? If you are having any doubt, you can ask. Okay. No doubt.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
That's good. That's good. Okay. So we will further. क्यों बोला? क्या हो गया? उनकी? अच्छा. तो आप क्या कर रहे हो? बताओ. बाय बाय. हैं? अच्छा, ठीक है. Okay. So next one is we need to find IN. Rn was there. IN. Now IN means we have to short circuit these terminals. These terminals have been shorted. So once these terminals are shorted, the current here is IN, and I need to find current IN. Now this is a good question. This is a voltage source. This is another node. Okay. So here I will be applying nodal analysis. Nodal analysis, you can see. Okay. One current is coming from here, another current is coming from here, another current is going like this. So I am having 3 currents. Okay. So you can see if you take this current, okay, this current and this current are incoming, and this current is outgoing. Okay. So this current is incoming, this current is incoming, and this current is outgoing. So I can apply a KCL. Now this current I already know 2Ix. 2Ix. Okay. And this current, what will be this current? So for this, the voltage here is voltage here. Okay. Is 10 volt. This voltage, all these circuits are actually in parallel. Okay. See this wire. Let me explain that this circuit is, I can redraw it just to explain you clearly. This is the resistance 4. This is 10. This is 5. And this is the dependent source. So all these things can be connected like this. See, these 2Ix and 5 ohm are connected in parallel, and after that this wire goes here. So ultimately they are connected with 10 ohm. So all these things are parallel. I can redraw this whole circuit like this. This is 5, this is 4, this is 10 volt, and this is 2Ix. So now I can apply the KCL here. This current can be taken whatever you want. Okay. this current is Ix because it is going down, so I have to take it as Ix. Okay, this current this is a voltage source. The voltage, because this is a voltage source, the voltage here is going to be 10 volt. Here the voltage will be 10 volt because this is a voltage source. Voltage remains constant in the parallel circuit. Okay, so this voltage will be 10 volt because this source is of 10 volt. This is the resistance 5 ohm, so here current will be 10 by 5. The voltage is 10 by 5. And here this is the current source, so I can again apply the Kirchhoff's current law here, and I can get this equation ISC, that is the current, this current, okay, this current is sum of these two currents. In 5 ohm the current is 10 by 5, and in 2Ix is 2Ix, and in 4 ohm the current is, again for 4 ohm also the voltage is 10. So current in 4 ohm resistor will be 10 by 4. So Ix is 10 by 4, that is 2.5. Ix is 2.5. So once you have all these things, you can get ISC, that is a Norton's current, as 7 ampere. So IN is 7 ampere. If you're not getting, you can ask, I can repeat it again. But you can redraw the circuit so as to get the better understanding. कोई डाउट नहीं है? डाउट होता ही नहीं है, चलो नहीं है, सुनोगे तब तो होगा। तुम लोग तो अपना मीटिंग ऑन कर लेते होगे, फोन में कुछ और कर रहे होते होगे, क्या पता। कई लोग तो देख भी नहीं रहे होंगे। But I should tell you that this is network analysis, and most of you are in final year, so please clear it. Network analysis is not an easy subject. Okay. Okay, so this was all about Thevenin theorem, Norton theorem, and superposition theorem. From Thevenin and Norton, mostly the questions are like this. There may be some simple questions, okay, and statement is also important. Dependent sources is also important. If dependent sources are there, then that is also very, very important. Okay. Superposition theorem is there. So all these things we covered. Then next theorem is maximum power transfer theorem. Very simple theorem and related to Thevenin's theorem. So in this circuit, if you have, if like
Sir, you're not audible, sir.
Sir, voice is not coming, sir.
Sir, you're not audible.
Sir, not audible.
okay. So is it visible now? And I hope I am audible also.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
VTH. So I want that the RL resistance, load resistance, should be able to get maximum power or extract maximum power from the voltage source. So for that, the internal resistance of the circuit, RTH, internal resistance of the circuit should be equal to the load resistance. If internal resistance of the circuit is equal to load resistance, then maximum power will be transferred. Okay, so that is the theorem of maximum power transfer. There should be S. Okay. Maximum power transfer theorem. We can derive it here. You can see the derivation. So power, you know, power is in this circuit, power will be I square RL. I will be voltage divided by total resistance. Voltage is VTH, resistance is RTH and RL. Okay. So current is voltage by total resistance. So current is square, I square RL. RL is the load resistance. So power consumed by the load resistance, power consumed by the load resistance is going to be VTH by RTH plus RL whole square into RL. Okay. Now I want to maximize this power. You have already have studied maxima minima in +2. For any maximization, like we want to maximize the power, definitely we have to go for differentiation. So we'll take the derivative of this equation. Okay, here we are taking the derivative dp by drl. So we are differentiating that equation with respect to RL. We are differentiating that equation with respect to RL. Okay. So we will be applying RL can be multiplied inside, and after that we can apply division rule. This is simple differentiation. I hope you all know differentiation.
Yes,
So
sir.
differentiation of this
Yes.
function. Okay. So u by v rule, division rule we are applying. So if you take the differentiation and the derivative for maximum, you know, for maximum minima, the derivative has to be kept equal to 0. So if you take the differentiation and after that you put it equal to 0, this denominator will become 0. It will go to this side, so it will become 0. So I am left with this equation, RTH plus RL minus 2RL equal to 0. This gives me RL equal to RTH. So this suggests that maximum power will be transferred to the load if the load resistance is equal to internal resistance, that is called Thevenin resistance. So if RL is equal to RTH, maximum power will be transferred to the load. Okay. And what will be the maximum power? For maximum power, you just put this RL equal to RTH in that previous equation. Here, if you put RL equal to RTH, okay. So if you put this as RTH and this also as RTH, so you can find it. If you solve it, you can get this thing. So VTH square divided by 4 RTH is the formula for maximum power, and the condition for maximum power is RL is equal to RTH. So maximum power will be transferred to the load if it is equal to Thevenin's resistance. So for maximum power transfer theorem, you don't have to do anything. You have to again apply Thevenin theorem. You have to find VTH, you have to find RTH. So Thevenin maximum power transfer theorem is similar to Thevenin theorem. You have to find RTH and VTH, okay, and then only you can apply the maximum power transfer theorem. So if this derivation and this thing is clear, that is the statement of maximum power transfer theorem. We can go ahead. We can take a numerical here, which explains the usage of maximum power transfer theorem. It is widely used in design of transmission lines, design of electronic circuits, amplifiers, all those things. Okay, it is very widely used. Impedance matching. So in this circuit, 12 ohm voltage source is there, 2 ampere current source is there, and all those things are there. Find the value of RL for maximum power transfer in the circuit. So I want to find this RL. What should be the load such that maximum power is transferred from this circuit? There are two sources. So I want that from this circuit when the maximum power will be transferred. What should be the value of this one so that it gets maximum power? Maximum power and maximum efficiency are different things. Okay. We are talking about maximum power. and at maximum power the efficiency is 50%. You should know this thing also. Okay, so again, if you want to find the maximum the condition for maximum power, you know that maximum power will be there when RL is equal to RTH. When RL is equal to RTH, then only we get maximum power. So it means I want to find RTH. For RTH, what we do? For RTH, this will be shorted, this will be opened. This will be shorted and this will be opened. Okay. So current source open, voltage source short. So it means 6 and 12 will be in parallel, then that is in series, and then series only. Okay. So 6 and 12 parallel will give you 4. So 4 plus 3 plus 2. You can see it here. Now, so this is how you can find the Thevenin's resistance. Okay. So 2 plus 3 plus 6 and 12 parallel. So that will give you 9 ohm. Okay. Four plus 3 plus 2, that will be 9 ohm. So 9 ohm is the RTH. So if you have RTH, you need to find VTH also. So for VTH, what you will do is, we will open circuit this terminal for VTH. You will open circuit, again it is Thevenin theorem. You will open circuit this, no current will flow here. It means this current is there. So if I am able to find this question, we have already done in Thevenin theorem. If I am able to find current here, the current into this resistance will give me VTH. Okay, so here we have found with the help of these equations. Okay, these equations, we are getting VTH as 22 volts. So it is just Thevenin theorem, use of Thevenin theorem. So once we have 22 volt as VTH, maximum power will be VTH square by 4RL or 4RTH. So this will be this one, maximum power which the load can get, and the load value will be, what is RL? RL will be equal to RTH for maximum power, that is 9 ohm. So if RL is 9 ohm, then maximum power will be transferred. Okay, so this was about Thevenin theorem, that is Norton theorem, and maximum power transfer theorem. Next we will discuss some more theorems. Okay, I am just disconnecting it, and after that you rejoin it, because automatically also it will be disconnected in few minutes. So I am just disconnecting it, you join it again. There are 33, 34 people, they should be there. Otherwise,
Okay,
those
sir.
who are not joining it again, mark them absent. Listen carefully. Those who are not joining again, I will mark them absent. Please join it again.
Sir,
Okay.
Sir, please
I'm
give the
just
link, sir,
disconnecting.
directly.
मतलब बोले तो
Sir, link दे दो सर.
लिंक भेज देता हूँ मैं. लिंक में क्या, लिंक डायरेक्ट लिंक चाहिए?
Sir, no, we are connected now, sir.
Connected नहीं हो रहा था.
अरे मैं बोल रहा हूँ अभी ये डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाएगा, ठीक है, उसके बाद दोबारा ज्वाइन करो.
वो तो ठीक है सर, डायरेक्ट लिंक दे दो तो अच्छा होता.